Yep. Good evening, guys. So today very less strength. Diwali effect. Huh? Good. In the last session, we have started our discussion related to methods. What is the purpose of methods? Methods are used to perform some operation. So we have main method. Main method is entry point for JVM execution. Along with the main method, we can write our own methods also in the class to perform the operation. Developing the project nothing but developing the classes with the methods. In one class, you can write any number of methods. Now, methods are divided into two types. What are those two types of methods? Instance method and static method, non-static method and static method. Instance method we will call by using object, static methods we will call by using class name. Now, when we talk about the methods, so here method will have signature. When we talk about the method will have a signature. So method signature contains a return type. Method will have a return type. Method will have name and method will have parameters. Then after method will have body. Method will have body. After that body, return statement also will be available. Whenever we are writing any method, we need to understand the syntax of the method in the Java. We need to understand syntax of the method. Here, this method is divided into two parts. One is method declaration, another one is method implementation. Declaration represents what is the return type of the method, what is name of the method, what are parameters available. This is called as method declaration. This is called as method implementation. Method implementation nothing but method body. What you want to write inside the method, that is called method implementation. So we need to talk about method declaration and method implementation. Method implementation nothing but body. What is the logic you are writing inside the method, that is called as method body. Declaration nothing but return type, comma name, comma parameters. What are the parameters you are taking for the method? What is the name you are taking for the method? What is the return type you are taking for the method? That comes under method declaration. What is the logic you are writing inside the method? That is called as implementation. Implementation nothing but method body. Whatever the logic you want, you can write that logic inside the method body. That method, maybe you can use that method to perform sum of two numbers. You can use the method to reverse a string. You can use the method to store the data into database. You can use the method to retrieve the data from the database. Write the method to delete a record from the database. Write the method to update the data in the database. Write the method to store the data, retrieve the data, update the data, or perform all the operations in the single method. You can use method for anything. Method means to perform some operation. Sir, what operation we need to perform? That depends on the requirement. That depends on the requirement. Maybe you can use to perform some mathematic operations. You can use to perform some string manipulation. You can use to perform some array operations. You can use to store the data, update the data, retrieve the data, delete the data. Whatever you want, you can do inside the method. But you need to understand what is a method declaration and what is a method implementation. What is the meaning of a declaration? Declaration contains return type, name, and parameters. Implementation contains body. Body nothing but logic. What logic you are going to write inside the method. Fine. So now we have seen What is the method declaration and what is the method body? Method declaration. Method declaration means we are going to decide what is the name of the method, what are the parameters it will take, and what kind of value is returned by that method. That is called as method declaration. What is the syntax for the declaration? Method return type, method name, and list of parameters. Why I am saying list of parameters? Parameters can be 1 or parameters can be 2, parameters can be 10 also. More than one parameter we can take for a method. That's why we are calling it as list of parameters. This is called as method declaration. Name of the method, return type of the method, parameters of the method is called as method declaration. Then what is return type? What is return type of the method? What is the meaning of a method return type? What is return type? Come on guys. What is return type? Return type means what that method, after that method execution completed, after that method execution completed, what value that is going to return, that is called as method return type. For example, if you take a method here, what is the return type of this method? Boolean. That means it can return either true or false. Well, that means you are going to write the implementation, you will write the method body. After that body got executed, what value that method is returning, that is called as method return type. Writing the return type for the method is mandatory. Writing return type for the method is mandatory. If you don't want to return anything, then specify that as a void. Method return type is mandatory. You can return int value, any data type. You can return double value, you can return one array, you can return single character, you can return long value, you can return one object, you can return one array, you can return anything from the method. You are required to specify the return type. Return type is a mandatory. Sir, my method will do some operation, but I don't want to return anything. Then also you have to specify the return type as a void. So return type is mandatory. Return type is mandatory. Name is also mandatory. What method we are writing, that method should have some name. Based on that name, we can call the method. Whenever we write a method, is that method executing automatically? Whenever we write a method, is that method executing automatically? No, methods will not execute automatically. We have to call the method. That is nothing but invoking the method. Method we are going to call nothing but we are going to invoke the method. If that method is a instance method, we will invoke by using object. If that method is a static method, we will invoke by using class name. So if I want to execute my method, I need to call my method. In order to call my method, I will use the name. So method name is mandatory, method name is optional, method name is mandatory. Method name is mandatory in order to call the method. Next, what are the method parameters? What is the meaning of method parameters? Variables. My method want to perform some operation. My method want to perform some operation. If my method want to perform some operation, my method needs some input. I want to perform sum of two numbers. I want to perform sum of two numbers. To perform sum of two numbers, my method requires that two numbers as a input. Integer c is equal to a plus b. You see here, method is add, name is add, return type is void, parameters are 2 into a comma into b. So these are called as parameters of the method. If you want to supply any input for the method, then you can go for parameter. Parameter also can be any type. You can take int parameter, you can take a string parameter, you can take a array parameter, you can take an object also as a parameter. Parameter can be of any type. Parameter can be of any type. Method parameters are mandatory or method parameters are optional. Method parameters are optional. If you want to pass some input for the method, then you can take the method parameters. If you don't want to take any input, then you can ignore the parameters. But can I ignore return type? Can I ignore the name? No. Return type is mandatory, name is mandatory, parameters are optional. Method return type plus name plus parameters is called method declaration, which is also called as a method signature. Method signature. Please read this point. What every method contains two parts. What are those two parts? First one is method declaration. Second one is method body. As I told you in the last session, writing the methods is very important. As a programmer, you are going to develop one project. Project nothing but collection of programs. Program nothing but collection of methods. So if you are developing a project means you are developing the logic. Where you will develop the logic? Inside the methods only. So anybody will tell you what name we need to take, what return type we need to take, what parameters we need to take. Will your manager tell you that? No, you have to analyze and you have to identify what is the name, what is the return type, what are the parameters required for the method. So writing the methods is the crucial part in the project development. For every programmer, writing the methods, writing the method body is the crucial part in the development. Yeah, please read it. Come on. Read it, guys. Read it. Every method contains two parts. One is called method declaration. Second one is called as method body. What is a method declaration? What is a method declaration? Method declaration means we are going to decide what is the name of the method, what are the parameters it will take, and what kind of value is returned by the method. This is the syntax: return type, method name, and a list of parameters. First one, return type. What is return type? Return type is a data type that indicates what type of value is returned by the particular method. Return type can be of any primitive type or array type or reference type. Your method can return int value, it can return string value, it can return one array, it can return one object also. If a method does not return any value, then return type must be specified using a keyword called void. What is the meaning of a void? What is the meaning of a void? Method is not going to return anything. Specifying the return type is optional or mandatory? Return type is mandatory. If your method don't want to return anything, specify it as void, but return type is mandatory. Then what is the name of the method? What is a method name? Every method should have some name. It can be add method, delete method, save method, update method, retrieve method, check method, validate method, anything. You can take any name. You can take any name for the method, but method should have a name. Read it. To identify and access the method, there is a suitable name is given for a method which is called as method name. A method name can be any valid Java identifier. We know what is a identifier. Some rules are available for the identifier. Whenever you are writing the method, you need to follow identifier rules. Do you remember what are the rules? What are the rules for identifier? Starting should be a character. First letter should be a character. After that, spaces are not accepted. Only dollar underscore is accepted. Dollar underscore is accepted. Some rules are there. We need to follow those rules. Now, What is this? Specifying method name is mandatory. Okay. What are the method parameters? Can you read it? Parameters are the variables that will receive the values that are passed into particular method, on which data method will perform the operations. My method want to perform some operation on the data. I want to perform sum of two numbers. Those two numbers I need to pass as a input for the method. My method want to reverse the string. My method will take a string as a parameter. My method will print array. That means my method will take array as a input. On which data your method wants to perform the operation, you need to pass that data as a input for the method. On which data your method will perform the operation, on that data you need to pass as a parameter for the method. We can write 0 or more number of parameters of any primitive type or array type or reference type. Method return type, method parameter can be any type of value. It can be a primitive type value, it can be a reference type, it can be array type, it can be string type also, whatever you want. Depends on the requirement. We are going to decide what parameters we need to take, what return type we need to take for the method. Good. Specifying the parameters mandatory, specifying the parameter is optional, specifying the parameters is optional. Now, next one, what is a method body? Method body or method implementation. Method body or method implementation. What is the meaning of method body? Whenever you write a method, curly brace will start, curly brace will end. In between the curly braces, whatever you are writing, that is called as method body. Now, if you take a main method, here curly brace is started, here curly brace is ended. In between the curly braces, you can write anything. Into A is equal to 10, into B is equal to 20, into C is equal to A plus B. A plus B. Can I call it as method body? Yes or no? Yes. Can I call this as one method? Can I call this as one method? Yes. This method having a body, this method also having a body. Every method will have a body. Body nothing but implementation of the method. What action, what operation that a method has to perform, we will write as part of the body. Inside the body, business logic will be available. As per the project requirement, we will develop the classes, we will develop the methods, we will write the logic inside the methods. Good. Read this. Method body or method implementation. Come on. Method body means we are going to write the group of statements that are executed by the method. A method body can be written in between pair of not curly curly braces. Okay? Huh. Method body means we are going to write the group of statements that are executed by the method. A method body can be written in between pair of curly braces. Syntax, return type, name, parameters, method starting point, method ending point. These curly braces will represent boundary of the method. That means what statements should be part of that method will be decided by those curly braces. Now, if you see, we can write 0 or more number of statements in between the pair of curly braces. Your method body can be a single line. Your method body can be multiple lines. Can you read this? Is there any use writing a method without body? No, there is no use. So whenever we are writing a method, we are going to write some body. Body represents what operation that method has to perform. All right. Now, if the return type is specified as other than void, we must return a value from our method using Java keyword return keyword. Whenever I write a method as a void, then I no need to return anything. For example, if I return int, then I definitely, it's a mandatory that I have to return some int value. So if you specify return type as anything other than void, then you have to return that value. Return statement is mandatory when the return type is not void. If I specify the return type as void, then no need of returning the value. So when to write the return, when we no need to write the return depends on return type of the method. If a method return type is void, then we no need to return anything. If a method return type is anything other than void, then you have to write the return statement also. Now, can you please read these points? What is a method body or method implementation? Come on. Method body or method implementation. Please read these points, guys. These are very important. If you don't know how to write the methods, you will not get the confidence to write the code. Method body, method implementation, both are same. Method declaration and method implementation. Method declaration. I think here I specified as a definition declaration, correct. Method body can also be called as method definition. Definition is also comes under method body or implementation. Method definition. Declaration, nothing but signature. Definition, nothing but body. So are you clear with method return type, method name, method parameter, method body, method return type? Are you comfortable? Yes. Return value. Now, there are some rules that we need to follow when we are writing the method. If you specify the return type as int, then mandatory that you have to return only int value. If you specify the return type as a string, you have to return the string value. If you specify the return type as a void, no need to return anything. If I specify the return type as a array, then you have to return the array value. So what is the data type that you are using for the return type? Same type of value you have to return from the method. For example, can I do like this? Void string add return C. Can I do like this? Why? What is the return type of the method? Method return type is a string value. What I am trying to return? Int value. Both are not matching. Both are not matching. If I specify as a boolean, can I return the int value? No. If I specify boolean, I have to return either true or false value. So whatever you take as a data type for the return type, same data type value you have to return from here. So that is the point that you need to remember. When we write a zero statement, it is called null implementation. If a return type is void, then we must not write any return value statement. If my method is having a return type as a void, then can I write a return like this? No, we should not write the return. Just we need to leave like this. Void return type. Whatever you want, you can do, but don't return anything. Now, can you see what is the return type of the void? Sorry, what is the return type of the main method? Void. So can I return C here? No. Why? Main method return type is void return type. So we no need to return anything from the main method. Are you guys comfortable with method declaration and method definition? What is the difference between declaration and definition? Declaration and definition. Declaration is nothing but the signature. Definition is nothing but the implementation. Definition is also called as a body. Good. Now guys, whenever we are going for the methods, we have 4 combinations. Whenever we are writing a method, we have 4 combinations. The first combination, method with parameters and with return type. Can I write a method with parameters with return type? Yes or no? So that combination is possible. My method can take a parameter, my method can return the return type. So can I say this is one example for that? This is one example for that. Return C. So in this method, what we are doing, parameters available and return type is also available. Here I can say this is scenario 1 with the parameters and return type. Method can have the parameters and method can have the return type. Is it a valid combination? Yes or no? This is first scenario. My method is having parameters as well as my method is having return type. This is first scenario. Whenever you are writing a method, this scenario is always possible. In the real time, most of our methods will be like this. Methods will take some input, method will perform some operation, method will give some output. Method will take input, will perform some operation, will give some output. Parameters available, return type is also available. Parameters are optional, but I need them. My method want to perform sum of 2 numbers. Those 2 numbers I am passing as a input for the method. Return type is mandatory. Name is mandatory. Return type I am taking as a integer. My method is having parameters and my method is having return type also. That is the first combination. Now let me go for second combination. No return type, no return type. Now void sum or void, let me take it as m1 and void m2. Here int a comma int b, int a comma into b into c is equal to a plus b system dot out dot println of c. So what is this combination here? What all the things I have? What all the things I have? With the parameters and no return type. Is it, this is also a valid? This is also a valid? Yes. First one is with the parameters, with parameters and with the return type. What is the second scenario I have taken? With the parameters and no return type. Return type void. Void means not returning anything. But still my method is taking some parameters. So both are valid scenarios. Yes, I can take parameters for the method. I can take return type for the method. Both I can take for the single method. Method with parameters, method with return type. Second scenario, parameters available, but return type is not available. Return type is not available. Now, when we go for third one, third one, third one, return type is available, return type is available, parameters are not available. Okay, here I will do into A is equal to 10, into B is equal to 20, into C is equal to A plus B, return C. Is this valid scenario? Yes. In this method, what I have? Scenario 3 with return type and without parameters. The third scenario is also valid. Yes or no? Is this scenario also valid? In the second scenario, parameters available but return type not available. In the third scenario, parameters available but return type not available. Second scenario. In third scenario, return type is available but parameters not available. Parameters not available. Now, can you guess the fourth scenario? I will not take any return type. I will not take any parameter. Let us see here. Void M4. Void M4. System.out.println hi. So what is this scenario now? In this scenario, scenario 4. Scenario 4. Okay. What is this? No return type and no parameters. My method not taking any input, my method not giving any output. Is this also valid? This is also valid. Now tell me, there are four scenarios available. First one, method with parameters with return type. Method with parameters and with return type. What is the second scenario? Method with parameters and without return type. Without return type. Now what is third scenario? Methods with return type. Method with return type and without parameters. And fourth one, method without return type and without parameters. Remember, any programmer who is having 10 years experience or 20 years experience or who is a fresher also, when they are writing a method, that method belongs to any one of this scenario. Other than these four scenarios, you can't write the methods. Whenever you are writing a method, you may take a return type. You have to take the return type. You may take parameter. You may not take parameter. You can take both parameters and return type. You can take only parameter. You can take only return type. You may not take both. Now, can you read these four combinations? Method with parameters with return type. Method with parameters and without return type. Without return type. Here both available. Parameters available, return type available. Here only parameters available, no return type. Here only return type, no parameters. Here both are not available. Both are not available. Look at my code. First scenario, with parameters and with return type. Scenario 2, with parameters and no return type. Scenario 3, only return type, parameters are not available. Fourth scenario, no return type, no parameters. Now look at the main method. Main method belongs to which scenario here? Main method. Main method, observe. Our main method belongs to second scenario. Main method having parameter but no return type. It is void. It is void. What is the parameter of the main method? String array. Main method is taking string array as a parameter. So you can pass command line arguments for the main method. You can pass, method is expecting some input. Main method is expecting some input. How to pass the input for the main method? As a command line argument. Main method is expecting string array as a parameter. That string array we can supply as a command line argument. You can supply as a command line argument. What is the return type of the main method? It is void. Main method return type is void. So as per our notes here, main method belongs to this category. Main method is taking a parameter, but main method not returning anything. Are you guys clear with this? Yeah. Read this, very important, guys. First scenario. What is first scenario? With parameters with return type. Method having two parameters. Can I take three parameters? Yes or no? Can I take three parameters? Can I take four parameters also? Yes, you can take three parameters, you can take four parameters, you can take five parameters also. Taking the parameters is optional. If you want, then only you take it. If you want to use that, then only you take it. For example, I am taking int x. Is there any use of that x variable now? That is called unused method parameter. My method is taking int x, third parameter. Am I using that parameter in the body? Then what is the purpose of it? Is there any use? Kuch fayda hai kya? No, that is called unused method parameter. We should not write unused parameters. If you are using, if you want, if you really want, then only take it. If you don't want, then don't take it. Now remove it. I don't want that. Scenario 1 with the parameters and with the return type. Come to second scenario with the parameters and no return type. My method taking some input, it is performing some operation, but it is not returning anything. Now observe the syntax. Come to third scenario. What is third scenario? Return type is there, but input is not there. My method is having some input, but my method is not returning. My method is returning something, but it is not taking any input. Now scenario 4, no return type, no parameter. These kind of methods we will use when we are learning core Java. Once we go for the project development, you can't see these kind of methods. In the project, we will perform some operation. To perform some operation, we need some input, we need some output. So these fourth scenario methods are very rare in the real-time project. But when you are learning core Java, faculties will teach you the core business logic writing by using fourth scenario. But in the real time, these methods are very rare. In the real time, are we writing the methods with the system.out.println? No, we will write some business logic. To perform that business logic execution, we need some input. We will take some parameter. After business logic is executed, we will return some output. For that, we are going to return something. Good. If you see our website, there is a login functionality. There is a login functionality in our website. For example, now I'm trying to log in. I will give some dummy email ID and password. I will click on login. What happened? You observe username password we are sending as a input, invalid credentials we are getting as a output. So can you tell me what are the parameters for the login method? What is the return type of the login method? parameters are email and password. What is the return type? That means tell me in terms of the signature. Parameters are two strings. Return type is a string only. Username nothing but group of characters. Password nothing but group of characters. Invalid credentials is also group of characters. Now, what can you tell me signature of that method? How that method is written inside? Can I say like this? String login, string username or email, string email, string password. Inside this, some logic will be available. Then finally, return some message. So here we are going to write the login method like this. So in the real time, whenever we are going for a login method, it will take our username or email ID password as a parameter. It will verify our username password is correct or not. If it is correct, it will display dashboard. If it is not correct, it will return error message. So this method is belongs to which category in our notes? Scenario 1. What is our first scenario? With parameters and with return type. Most of the methods in the real time belongs to this category. Methods will take some input, methods will give some output. Are you guys getting my point? Yes. Now let me show you my project. I will show you the methods. You need to tell me they are belongs to which category. They are belongs to which scenario. I have given 4 scenarios. Can you read the 4 scenarios once again? Yeah. What are the 4 scenarios we have? Method with parameters with return type. Method with parameters without return type. Method with return type without parameters. Method without return type without parameters. In 4 scenarios, in the real time, which one is a rare scenario? 4th scenario. Why 4th scenario is a rare scenario? No input, no output. But are we going to write any methods like that in the real time? No. Methods will take some input, methods will provide some output. Are you guys getting confusing or समझ में आ रहा है? आ रहा है? Good. How you celebrated Diwali? Sorry? Medication, you are not feeling well. Okay. Could food poison kind of thing? Yeah. Basically, Bengali people can't eat this Hyderabad food and all. Very spicy, and that too. Even I have seen my colleague also. When he came to Hyderabad, he's my colleague in the Delight company. His name is Devdip Kundu. He's from Karnataka. First 1 month, his health got totally disturbed. When he went to hospital, doctor suggests that from 1 month आप मछली नहीं खा रहे हैं, इसलिए आपका पूरा तबीयत गड़बड़ हो गया. Daily मछली खाना पड़ेगा बोल के बोल. Because they are Bengali people are habituated to fish. Every day they will eat fish in their food. But here people will eat fish only on the weekend, something like that. For them it is a daily routine food. If they don't take it, then their health will disturb. Yeah, that I observed. Good. How about remaining people? Celebration. Celebrated. ठीक है. Yesterday I celebrated Diwali with our material. Yesterday I have written 50 pages of the material. Yeah, yesterday, so I don't have any classes, so I worked on our material part. I have completed almost 100 pages of the material. Whoops, concepts completed. Next chapter also completed. If I get another 3 days, full material will be completed. So 108 pages material I have completed yesterday. Actually, what happened is my in-laws came to my house. She is busy with them. Her father and mother and brother came to my house for festival. So she is busy with them. So I am busy with the material. अगर वो लोग नहीं है तो मुझे टाइम नहीं मिलता. आपको मिलेगा सर मोस्टली. If I get another 3 days of time, I will complete everything. I'm expecting total 250 pages, around 250 to 300 pages material will come. 108 pages are completed. Oops concepts I have completed. T-shirt mostly today we are supposed to get that, but today I did not call them. Tomorrow they will come. Definitely they will get it. Huh? Only on core Java. Advanced Java is separate. Another 150 pages will be there for advanced Java. Guys, whatever I'm explaining here, you no need to worry about it, because whatever I am writing in the class notes in the notepad, same thing will be there in the material also. So this is not a blocker for you. Complete with the proper screenshots. Whatever the example why it is taking more time means, whatever the example I want to give you, I'm writing that example on the IDE, I'm taking a screenshot and I'm keeping in the material. For that reason, it is taking more time. Just a copy paste means I can complete within 2 days, but I'm not doing that. I want our own brand. Yeah, you see, when I'm taking an example, properly I am writing in the IDE along with the comments to understand what I am doing here, what is the purpose of the code. Proper screenshot I am taking from IDE along with the line numbers, so that it will be easy for you to refer whenever you are reading that material. Yes. Yes. These are the methods that I have given. Types of methods. What are the types of methods? Instance methods available, static methods available. So to create the static method, we will use a keyword called static keyword. Instance method we will call by using object. Static method we will call by using class name. Instance method and static method example. First one is instance method. Second one is a static method. Object creation, invoking the instance method, invoking the static method. Now, by looking at this example, do I need to explain anything? No. Why it is becoming easy? Comments. Comments are increasing the readability of the program. When you have a comment, you can easily understand that. If I don't give the comment, little confusion will be there. Comments will improve readability of our program. Right. Explain about main method. We will talk about what is that main method also. Now, can you see method declaration, method definition? What is the meaning of a method declaration? Signature. What is the meaning of definition? Body. Method body will be available. Method body is also called as implementation. Also called as implementation. Now, here I have given 4 scenarios. Scenario, maybe the order of the scenario is different here. Here, what is the scenario I have given? Without parameters, without return type. Here, as of now in the class, I have explained that as a fourth. Now here, currently follow these scenarios. Forget about the material. Method parameter with parameters with return type. With parameters without return type. With return type without parameters. Without return type, without parameters. Good. Guys, don't scold me for not giving the material. I'm not getting the time for that. Okay, I will give definitely. Now, I will show you the method. Can you tell me that method belongs to which scenario? Yes, this is my method. Parameters not available, but return type is available for the method. Can you see? Without parameters with return type belongs to third scenario. My first method in the class belongs to third scenario. My method is having a return type, but parameters are not available. This is my method body. Method is having a body. Body nothing but some implementation is available. Now come down. Can you see this? First scenario, my method having a return type, method having a parameter. Parameter is a object, return type is a boolean. As I have a boolean return type, I am returning the boolean value. This method belongs to first scenario. Okay, come down. Scenario 1, method taking a parameter, method returning that also. First scenario, can you take this? Scenario 1, with the parameter, with the return type. Scenario 1, with the parameter, with the return type. With the parameter, with the return type. So what is the conclusion? Scenario 1 is the most recommended or mostly used scenario in the real time. Have you seen any method with the fourth scenario? Why? It is not just core Java, it is a real-time project. So methods will take some input, methods will return some output. Yeah. That I can't tell you that now because it depends upon a requirement. Depends on the requirement. Even if I tell that, you guys can't understand that, right? So these methods will change from screen to screen. Based on the web page, I will think and I will write that. That is the most important task of the developer. Okay. At this core Java level, understanding method parameters, method signatures are very important because how many days you work in the IT as a programmer, those many days you have to write the methods. Writing the methods is part of your life. How to write it, that it depends upon your maturity. So is there any method which is repeated? Every method will be unique. Every method will be different. Every method parameter will be different. Every method return type will be different. So what is the conclusion? Ratta काम करेगा company में? If you buttify the code, if you read this code for 100 times, will it work for tomorrow? हाँ, आज का काम खत्म, कल का काम different. Your work for today completed. Tomorrow new task. Tomorrow new work. Tomorrow new requirement. You should be dynamic programmer. What is the meaning of a dynamic programmer? According to the requirement, you have to write the methods. Can you ask your manager what parameter I need to take, what return type I need to take? घुमा के थप्पड़ मारता है आपको, तिप्पी तिप्पी కొడతారంత రూమ్ లో ఆఫీస్ లో. So nobody will tell you what parameters you need to take, what return type you need to take. That is your analysis. Company paying the money for writing the code. That code you have to write on your own. Nobody will help you. Nobody will help you. So your thought process should be improved. If you do the butty, that will not work in the IT. Butty will help you in the college to pass the exam. Butty will not help you in the IT to develop the project. If you see my first method and my second method, logic is the same, logic is different. Logic, I have 10 methods, 10 methods have 10 different logics. You need to understand this. So like this, 1000 classes will be available, 10,000 methods will be available, 10,000 methods will have different logic. 10,000 methods will have a different logic. Sir, what logic we need to write? That is your job. For that only company will pay the salary. Company will pay the salary. So, sir, if I buttify, can I survive in the IT? If you buttify the code, can you survive? Hare, sir is taking public boolean update plan, public boolean update plan, public boolean. Can you read like that? No, that will not work. You have to understand the requirement. Based on the requirement, you need to write the signature, you need to write the implementation. Let me go for another class. Let me go for another class. Okay. Good. Yes. Now, can you see this method belongs to which scenario? Come from here. Can you see this scenario, this method? Scenario 3. Yeah. So this is belongs to third scenario. Method doesn't have parameters, but it is having return type. Can you see this method? Same. No parameters, but return type is available. Can you see this method? Scenario 1. Input is available, output is also available. Guys, see here. How much logic is there inside this method? How much logic is there inside this method? So one method and another method are not, both two, no two methods are same. No two methods are same. Signature is not same, implementation is not same. Everything is just alphabets only. 26 characters only we are using. But you have to apply your common sense and you have to write this logic. If you can write the logic like this, then only you are called as a programmer. Everything you know. Dot operator, we are calling the method. We are getting some value. We are checking some condition. We are checking some condition. We are calling the method. We are checking the condition. We are calling. Can you tell me what kind of method it is? Class name dot method name. What kind of method it is? Instance. Object name dot method name. Now, what is this? Return. Logic is available. Come down. Can you tell me what kind of method it is? Different. No. Parameters available, return type not available. With parameters without return type. It is belongs to second scenario. It is belongs to second scenario. This is also a logic. Okay, what is this? For each loop, for each loop. Okay. What is this method? Second, parameter is available, return type is not available. Parameter available, return type not available. So, which scenarios you can see in the real-time project? 3. This one is very rare scenario. No return type, no parameters. Good. So you understand how to write the methods now? You understand how to write the methods now? Yes. Take a pen and paper. Now I will tell you the requirement. Based on that, you need to write the method. Find out, guys, you don't need to write the body, just write the signature of the method. That's it. Here we are not for writing the implementation now. Just write the signature. If you want to write it, keep the braces. Inside this, write logic. That's it. You no need to write the actual logic. Last return statement should be there. You no need to write the actual logic. You just need to write the signature. Can you call office by? Battery is completed. So you no need to write the actual logic of the method. For logic, you can keep /logic. If a return statement required, you write the return statement. Okay. I am much interested to see signature of your method. So what is your analysis? Okay, good. Write a Java program to find max element in given array. For this, can you write the method? Java program to find max element in given array. Given array. Don't write in the main method. You have to write the user defined method to find max element in the given array. What is the method you will write for that? Java program to find max element in the given array. You have to write the correct method for that. So did you call them? Did you call office boy? Battery scrub. Write a Java program to find max element in the given array. Right, correct. Yeah, I will write that, guys. You can write. I will show that. I will write it. Right. Now, for this, you need to write a method like this. Int find max. Find max element. You need to take integer array as a parameter. Okay. Here finally return max element. Return max element. Here our logic will be available. Write a Java program to find max element in the given array. So here max element is the method. Find max element is the method. Array I am giving as a input. From this array you need to find the max element. You need to return that. So parameter is required. Return type is also required. As I am returning int value, I have to return this max element. Max element. Okay. Second scenario, write a Java program to find length of given name. Write a Java program to find length of given name. Write a Java program to find length of given name. Write a Java program to find length of given name. Java program to find the length of given name. Java program to find length of given name. I will write it, you can compare. Girls, are you writing? Program to find the length of given name. Yeah, can you show me? I want to see all the girls details now. Can you show me that? Whether right or wrong, just show me that. No problem. Yeah, correct. No. Where is the method? No, it is wrong, na? Where is your method name? Where is your method return type? Where is the method parameter? No, this is wrong. You need to write the proper syntax, right? Now, can you see my first method? It is having a name, it is having a parameter, it is having a return type. But in your scenario, I can't see the method here. Write that properly. Yours. Where is the body? Yeah, logic you had to write in the return statement. Yours. It's wrong. What I am trying to return? Length means int. Int. See here, guys. Observe. Java program to find length of given name. That means name that means I'm going to give you the name. I want the length. Length means it is an integer, right? Yes. So how I'm going to write it? Int find length. Int find length. I'm going to take string name return length. That's it now. Here logic will be available and I'm going to return length. That's it. That is also fine. अरे क्यों काम नहीं कर रहा भाई? हाँ. Yes. ప్రవీణ్ ఈ బ్యాటరీస్ పాతయా? పని చేయట్లేదు, వేరే తీసుకురా. राइट. अरे यार क्या प्रॉब्लम है भाई? అక్కడ ఉంచు. now it's working. I think you old దాంట్లో పెట్టేసి. All right guys, now observe. First program, write a Java program to find max element in the given array. Given array, that means I'm giving array as a input na, and I need to find the max element. That means one element. So here one element means it is a number, int value. Write a Java program to find length of the given name. I'm giving the name as the input. I want to find length of the name. Length of the name nothing but number. So method return type is a integer. Method parameter is a string. Okay. Anything you can use. Right. Now Third one, write a Java program to perform sum of two numbers. Write a Java program to perform sum of two numbers. I want this with scenario 1. Write a Java program to perform sum of two numbers. I want with scenario 1. समझा? Write a Java program to perform sum of two numbers. Yeah, good. Very good, sir. Simple, na? See here. I want to perform sum of two numbers. So two inputs I am going to take. It will give me the output. How I will write it? Integer add into a comma into b. Now here I am going to write logic. Then I am going to return a plus b or some c, whatever you want. C is equal to a plus b into a comma into b. Okay. रिटर्न a प्लस बी भी कर सकते हैं. हाँ, no, any value, any variable which is holding int value, that you have to return, not the method name. Okay, understand? Write a Java program to perform sum of two numbers. This is belongs to which scenario? First scenario, input available, output also available. Now second one, write a Java program to concat given two names. Write a Java program to concat first name and second name. Write a Java program. Write a Java method basically. Write a Java method to concat first name and last name. Write a Java method. Basically not program, just I'm giving the method task. Write a Java method to concat first name and second name. Write a Java method to concat first name and last name. Write a Java method to concat first name and last name. No need to verify, this is bacha requirement. Good. Girls, these people I want to check how these are practicing. Come on. Perfect. You improved. Huh. This is wrong, na? Where is the data type? Anusha? Perfect. Can you see the improvement? Improvement is there. Practice karna padega. You told that, sir, I am not writing anything. I am not getting anything. Wrong, madam. What is my requirement? Read it. First name and last name. When you concat first name and last name, nothing but what type of values? Names will be what data type? String. When you concat two strings, what is the output? Huh? Why are you taking int there? Huh? This is also wrong, na? This is not correct syntax. Where is the data type for the parameter? Parameter should have a data type, right? Write it correctly. Show me that. Right. Return statement is required. You can use it. Method name can be any identifier. Any identifier. Now, see, write a Java method to concat first name and last name. That means how many inputs I'm going to take? Two inputs. What is the data type of the input? String. Now, what if I concat two strings? What is the output? String only. String is the return type. My method is concat. I can take concat names. any name. Here I'm taking string F name, string L name. Yes, here I can do logic. Logic. What kind of logic? Return F name plus L name. So what is the return type of the method? Return type string. Why? Java method concat first name and last name. So string is the return type. First name, last name is input. So first name is a string, second name also string. Your method parameters does not have the data type. Your method does not have the return statement. So you need to write proper parameter, proper return type, proper return statement. Check it. What is the mistake you guys are doing? That is analysis, guys. That is the analysis. What parameters we need to take, what return type we need to take. Good. हाँ वो भी हो सकता है if you print it वो भी हो सकता है. But in the real time which scenario is mostly used? First scenario. Parameter it will take, return type also it will take. Now next one. Write a Java method to display person is eligible for vote or not. Think about it. Write a Java method to display person is eligible for vote or not. Write a Java method to display person is eligible for vote or not. I will write that. You can compare. Write a Java method to display person is eligible for vote or not. You can do it in multiple ways. हो गया? Yes, correct. Good. Correct. Very good. Correct. Madam, what's your name? Huh? Vinita, yeah, show me. Complete it. Think and write. Whether it is right or wrong, no problem. We are learning. If you are doing wrong, I will tell you what is the right approach. If you do it correct, excellent. No need to feel shy, guys. If you are not able to do, no need to feel shy. I already told you. Sachin Tendulkar, first match, 0, duck out. But later point of time, world best batsman. One of world best batsmen. First match, 0. We are not good at this moment. We are in the process of learning. Whether you do it right or wrong, am I beating you? Am I killing you? No, we are learning. If you do mistake, I am here to correct it. That's it. But trying is most important. If you don't try, I can't change your fate. You have to try. Whether you fail or pass, no problem. Vinita completed. Correct. Right. See, there is an improvement. Now, write a Java method to display person is eligible for vote or not. How to decide the person is eligible for vote or not? Based on the age. So we need to take age as a parameter. Now I can take a boolean, I can take a check, I can take int age. Here I will write true or false value. Return age greater than or equal to 18. If age is greater than or equal to, it will return true. If not greater than, it will return false value. My method return type is a boolean. It can return true or it can return false. And there is one more approach. See here, void check int age. Now what I will do, if age greater than or equal to 18, then I will print directly system.out.println eligible, else not eligible. So there are two ways to do this. Okay, system.out.println not eligible. Both are correct. Okay, yes. So this is correct. Here I am just telling that true or false. If he is eligible, true, otherwise false. If I do like this, directly inside the method it is printing eligible or not eligible. So maturity, the analysis is most important to write the methods. Now write a Java method to reverse the given array. Write a Java method to reverse a given array. Write a Java method to reverse given array. Okay. Write a Java method to reverse given array. Write a Java method to reverse given array. Write a Java method to reverse given array. Completed. Most you can check with your friends who are learning Java. They are weak in this area. Analyzing the method correctly is the weak point of most of the people who are doing the courses. Wrong. I am asking you to reverse the given array. Why this is required? Wrong. Think. Write a Java method to reverse given array. This also can be done in two ways. Write a Java method to reverse given array. Guys, see here, reverse given array. That means what parameter you need to take? Array we need to take. I'm giving you one array. You have to reverse that array, right? So for that, can I write a method like this? First method is method name. I am taking reverse array. First, you need to identify what is the name. What operation you are performing. Based on that, you need to decide the name. What is my requirement? Reverse the array. So I'm taking the method name as a reverse array. Array I have to reverse. That can be a string array. That can be int array. I'm taking int array. Okay, this is my array. This is my array. This is the body. Here you will write the logic to reverse. You will write the logic to reverse. Here you, after reversing, you can return the reversed array. Yes or no? I'm giving you one array. You reverse it. That is also an array, right? You can return that array. You can take return type also as an array. Parameter is an array. Return type is also an array. Read that method now. Read that method. Write a Java method to reverse given array. So array you are taking as input, reversed array you are out giving me as a output. Are you getting my point? Yes. Parameter is array, return type is also. Why you will take string? What is the use of string? You take an int, but int will not give you the output, right? Int array you have to take. I'm giving you one array. That array you reversed. When you reverse, that is also one array only, right? So parameter is an array, return type is also an array. Understanding? Not able to understand. Praveen, what do you understand? Why parameter is int array? Why return type also int array? Read the question. Speak in English. Read the question. You have done spoken English also. Reverse the given array. So you will get one array to do the reverse. So you will take parameter as an array. After reversing, that is also an array only, right? So you can return that same array back. Or else you can write like this also. Void. Why if you take void, उधर ही print करना पड़ेगा. If you take it as a void, within the body, you have to print it. If you don't want to print it, you have to return it. So two ways. I'm giving you one array, you reverse and you give me the reversed array, or else you reverse, you print then and there itself. Got it? If you take a void, then it will be like this. Reverse array, integer array of array. Inside this, you need to write the logic. Inside that, you need to write the logic. Both are valid. Sir, when to go for first one, when to go for second one? If you want to print there only, then go for second approach. If you don't want to print, just take the input, give the output, go for first approach. Got my point? Now, write a Java method to convert the name into uppercase characters. Write a Java method to convert the name into uppercase characters. Write a Java method. Write a Java method to convert the name into uppercase characters. You know two uppercase. In the string class, there is a method called two uppercase. For that requirement, you should write the method. Write a Java method to convert the name into uppercase characters. Guys, apply your brain and write it. If you buttify, it will not work out. We have done BTech, MBA, MCA. What is the use? Are they teaching all these things? Without these things, can you do the job? Still, I don't understand why physics, chemistry is there in our academics. I don't understand why we need chemistry in the BTech. Why we need physics in the BTech. Mathematics that are required, but why physics, chemistry? I don't understand. Good. They have to update the syllabus, man. They have to update the syllabus. Our in the India education system is worst. Whatever is not required, they are teaching only those things. Whatever is required, they are not teaching that. In the Amirpet also some institutes are there. Whatever is not required, they will teach only that first. In the BTech, whenever you are doing the BTech first year, second year, they have to change your thought process to think like this. This is really required. You guys, after another 10 days, you talk to your friends who are doing Java full stack in any institute in Amirpet. Lot of difference you can observe. Lot of difference you can observe. Because we are learning in the right direction, because I know what is required for the people in the company. So I am not teaching anything for time pass. I'm not wasting your time. So this is real. You check with any friend, is that faculty teaching this kind of examples, this kind of class, this kind of scenario? No, they will directly write the method, they will write the logic. बच्चों को आउटपुट आता है, बट पता नहीं चलता कब कहाँ यूज करना. Are you able to write the method? Write a Java method to convert the name into uppercase character. Okay, name I want to convert into uppercase. Name I need to take as input. After converting the uppercase, that is also name only, right? So can I write like this? String convert uppercase. I will take string name. That's it. Inside this, logic will be available. हाँ, here हमारा logic क्या होता? Return name dot to uppercase. Okay, got it. If you don't want to return, why it? Print it. Why it? Print it. So I'm taking name as a input. I'm giving name as a output. In between, I'm converting. I'm giving the plain name. My method will convert that. Will give me the converted name. Are you guys clear with my point? Yes. Yeah. See this exercises that we have done. Write a Java method to find max element in the given array. I'm giving one array. Hey, don't talk, man. Listen. Don't make noise. If you are making some noise, I am making some noise. People should understand which noise. They will confuse now. So don't make noise. Write a Java method to find max element in the given array. I'm giving array as an input. In that array, which is the max element, which is the big value. That big value I am returning. So return type is int. Parameter is array. Inside this logic will be available. Max element I will return. So parameter is available. Return type is also available. Write a Java method to find length of the given name. I'm giving the name as an input. For that name, you need to find the length. What is the method available to find the length? What is the method available? Name dot length method available. Length method is returning a length in the int value. Na? Yes, return name dot length also you can do, or you can store length. Right. Name dot length. This is a predefined method. That method belongs to which scenario? Instance method. In our scenario, that method predefined methods also belongs to 4 scenarios only. Predefined methods also belongs to 4 scenarios only. Length method is available in the string class. This length method belongs to which scenario? Huh? This is my method, right? This method belongs to which scenario as per these conditions? First scenario. My method is taking input. My method is giving output. Now, here I am calling a predefined method, length method. This length method is our method. Length method is a string class method. String class method. What that length method is doing? What is the purpose of calling the predefined length method? To get the length of the given string. So that length method taking any parameter? No. Is it giving the return type? What is the return type? Int. So that length method belongs to which scenario? No parameter, but return type. Predefined length method not taking any parameter, but it is giving the length of the string as an output. So what is the scenario for that method? 3. Method with return type without parameters. our string class length method not taking any parameter, but it is giving the length as a output. That is belongs to third category. Are you guys getting my point? Okay. Now let me do one thing, guys. Now tell me, I am writing one integer array. I'm typing one integer array. Integer array is equal to I'm taking some values. Is it valid array? Valid array. Now I am going to write arrays dot to string of array. Okay. What is the purpose of arrays dot to string? To convert the array into string format. Now toString is our method, or toString is predefined method. Now can you tell me toString method belongs to which category here? It is the first category. So it is taking input and it will give the output. Got my point? That a toString method is also taking input as an array. It is giving output as a string. What is the input? What is the output of the toString method? Input is array. I'm giving input as an array. What is output I'm getting? String. Belongs to which category? First category. It is having a parameter. It is having a return type. Now in the string buffer, string str is equal to new string of hi. Okay, I have created that. Now I'm going to do string buffer. String buffer sb is equal to new string buffer of str. sb dot reverse. sb dot reverse. Now it is giving me s1. Can you tell me reverse method belongs to which category? Why third category? Reverse method not taking any input but giving the output. No parameter. Return type is available. Sir, how to understand the method signature of the predefined methods now? API. So in order to call any predefined method, you need to understand signature of the method. In the method signature, what information will be available? I'm going back to the first one. Method signature contains what information? People are getting confused, sir. You are going 2 steps forward, you are coming 2 steps backward. Going forward, coming backward. Why? Because we are learning. You are fresher. If I give the same Java training in my company, they will give me 10 days to train the people on the core Java. I will do corporate training in my company. So because my manager know about my teaching skill, whenever freshers join, for them we need to give the training. Do you know how many days we will spend for Java training? Complete Java training, 30 days. 30 days nothing but 4 weeks. 4 weeks nothing but 4 into 5, 20 days. Saturday, Sunday holiday. Completely. Core Java 1 week. Advanced Java 3 days. Spring Boot 1 week. Microservices 1 week. Katham. They have to do on their own. That is not only in my company. If you go for any company, corporate training will be like that. Corporate training will be like that. Just PPT. PPT open karo. First slide. Java. Java is a high level language. Java developed by Sun Microsystem. Open the system. Public static void main. This is a main method entry point. Done. Data type. Data type is used to specify type of the data. Variables are used to store the data. Variables are 3 types. Global, static, local. Local means inside the method. Static means static keyword. Global means outside the method, inside the class. Variables completed. Methods. Methods are used to whatever the 1 month we have done, that is just 1 day in the company. In the company. Why? Because company will not give the money to learn the subject. Company will give the money to do the work. Okay, don't expect that If you join in the company, company will spend 6 months to give the training for you. Maximum 1 month or 40 days. That's it. Within that, complete Java will be completed. So here you are lucky. You are understanding everything. Within the company, once you get the job, if you want to learn some new technology, you have to learn on your own. You have to learn on you. That self-learning you have to improve. Self-learning you have to improve. Right. Now, I'm calling reverse method. Reverse method is available in which class? Buffer. Am I passing any parameter to reverse method? That is not taking any input. Then what that reverse method is doing? Reversing and returning me the string. No parameter, but return type is available. Okay. You know buffered reader, right? I'm going back to our whatever the methods we have used. Now we got some maturity about the methods. When I called br.readline, you don't know about the method. When I call println, you don't know that. When I call toString, when I call reverse, when I call those methods, we don't have that clarity on the methods. But today we got the clarity. I am writing one line called br.readline. Am I passing anything for that? No. What it is giving me? String line. Belongs to which category? Third category. No parameter, but return type is available. Our methods are any method in the Java. It can be our method or it can be predefined method, comes under these 4 categories only. Can you read the 4 categories now? Come on. Method with parameters with return type. Method with parameters and without return type. Method without return type, without parameters. Now, can we go to API and can we check that? Can we go to API and can we check the methods? Yes, which API? JSE API. Okay, Java Standard Edition. Now, here guys, let me go to java.io package first. Java.io, go to buffer reader, come down. Now observe, I will tell you. This is method signature, guys. This is method signature. What is the return type of the readline method? String. What is the parameter for the readline? Nothing. So no parameter and return type is available. This is belongs to our third scenario. So whenever you are calling our method or predefined method, first you need to observe signature of the method. What parameter it is taking as input, what return type it is giving for us. Now can you see signature of the readline method? Readline method signature. What is the parameter? Nothing. Method not taking any parameter. Is it returning anything? Yes. So it is returning string. Now let me go to java.lang package. Let me go to string class. Let me go to string class. Come down. Caret method. Can you see signature of the caret? Tell me. First scenario. Why it belongs to first scenario? It is taking the input. It is giving the output. What is the input of the method? Character, integer. That means index. Index. What is the output? Char. So input is a integer. Output is a character. Is it our method? Is it predefined method? Predefined method. Belongs to which scenario? First scenario. Parameter is available. Return type is also available. Are you guys getting this? Can you read this concat method? First scenario. Why it is first scenario? It is taking string as an input. It is giving string as a output. Input is available. Output is available. Now you understand what is the method signature? Signature contains return type. Signature contains method name. Signature contains parameters. When I'm explaining the string concept, can I explain this? At that time, you don't know what is a method. Now we know what is method. Good. Can you see this? Contains method signature. First scenario only. Why? Parameter is available. Return type is available. What is parameter? Character sequence. Sequence of characters. What is the return type? Boolean. What is the meaning of that? True or false value. So it is used to check the given string is available in the given characters or not. If it contains, it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false value. All right. Now, can you see this method? Scenario 1 only. Why it is scenario 1? String I am giving as input, boolean I am getting as a output. So ends with my given characters are there at the end of the string, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So parameter is a string, return type is boolean. So these 4 scenarios are very, very important. You are going to write the methods belongs to any one of that scenario. All the predefined methods in the Java also belongs to those 4 scenarios only. Okay, can you take this method, equals method? Come on. First scenario, parameter is object, return type is boolean. Can you see this? Scenario 3, without parameter, with return type. No parameter, return type is a byte array. Can you see this? No. Scenario 2, parameters available, return type not available. And observe, there is a highlight here, deprecated. Deprecated means Java is going to remove that in the future versions of the Java. Okay, deprecated means outdated. We are not going to use them. Not substring, get bytes. Substring only. Okay, can you read this method? No parameters, return type. We know what is a hash code. To get the hash code value of the object, we are going to call the hash code method. This hash code is our method or predefined method? Predefined method. The no parameter, but method is returning some value. Can you see index of method? First scenario, it is taking a character as a input, it is giving int as a output. Can you see all the methods are following the same signature? All the methods having the same signature or different signature? Different. Why different signatures are available? Requirement. Depends upon the requirement. What is this method? Is empty. What is the method? Is empty. So what is the return type? Boolean. Which scenario? Third scenario. No parameters, but return type. Parameters are not available, but return type is available. What is the return type? Boolean. What is the meaning of boolean? True or false? Now can you see this method? String length method. Parameter available for length method, parameter not available. Not available. What that method is returning? Int. Now whenever you are calling the length method, it is going to give you int value. That int value you can store into int variable. Got it? Now I am taking string name is equal to Ashok IT. String name is equal to Ashok IT. I want to get the length of the name. Okay, what is the method available? Length method. Name dot length. Should I pass the name here? Why? That is a predefined method. It is not taking any input. Where I can check whether it is taking input or not taking the input? API. So if you see the API, length method not taking any parameter, length method giving the int value. So no need to pass the input. Directly I'm calling the length method. That method having a return type or does not have a return type? Having a return type. What is the return type? Int. Now, can I store that length into variable? Is it valid or not? Yes, this method is giving the int value. Whenever method is having a return type, that return value you can store into your own variable. When method is returning something, that return value you can store into your own variable. Are you guys clear with this? Now name dot ends with it. Name dot ends with it. So for length method, I am not passing the input. For ends with method, I am passing the input. Why? That is the signature. Am I deciding that signature? Who is deciding that signature? Java. Those all are predefined method. Now let's go to ends with method. Can see the signature? Can you see the signature of the ends with method? What is the signature? Parameter is available. Return type is also available. What is the purpose of ends with method? To check given string is ending with a particular string or not. To check given string is ending with a particular string or not. Now I want to check Ashok IT ending with IT or not. Ashok IT ending with the IT or not. Ends with the IT. Can I store this into Y? Yes, why? No. What is that? Now you may get a doubt, sir. Here you are calling the length method. You are storing that length method value into integer variable. Here also you are calling a predefined method. Now I will store into Y. What is the problem? Signatures are different. Signatures are different. What is the return type of the length method? Integer. That's why I'm storing into variable. What is the signature of the ends with? Boolean. So I need to store that into which variable? Boolean. Boolean status may be true if Ashok name is Ashok IT. If Ashok IT ending with IT, it will get true. If Ashok IT not ending with IT, it will get false. Now you need to understand signature whenever you are calling, when to call the method. At the time of calling the method, what parameter you need to pass, what return type you are getting, in which variable we need to store the return type, that we have to understand. Clear, guys? Now suppose for example I'm going to call name dot char at. Name dot char at. Can I call boolean z valid? Is it valid? No. Why? Am I following the proper signature of the caret method? No. Can you see what is the signature of the caret method? Can you see what is the signature of the caret method? Caret method is expecting what? Parameter. What type of parameter? Int parameter. What it is returning? Char it is returning. So I need to pass index 0. So when I pass name dot caret of 0, what is the meaning of that? Get the first character from the string. Can I store that first character into boolean? Can I store into string? Can I store into double? No. What it is giving me? Character. So where I need to store? In the character. Now see, I am calling length method, I'm calling ends with method, I'm calling caret method. Three predefined methods I'm calling, three methods having three different signatures. Understand why I am telling you to become a dynamic programmer? But T will not work out. Everything you need to do based on the signature, based on the requirement. When I am calling length method, I am not passing anything. When I am calling ends with method, I am passing string. When I am calling a caret method, I am passing integer. Three methods having three different type of parameters, three methods having three different type of return types. Are you guys getting my point? Now, what is the signature of the length method? Int length. That is the signature of the length method. Int length. What is the signature of the ends with method? Boolean ends with string str. Okay. What is the signature of the caret method? Char caret of int index. Okay. So now length method will not take any parameter, but it will give the integer. That's why when I call the length method, I'm getting int value as a output. That int value I'm storing into int variable. Okay. Here I am calling ends with. What is the signature of the ends with? Ends with is taking string as a parameter, giving boolean as a output. So I'm calling ends with string. I'm getting the boolean status. Status can be anything, true or false value. I'm going to call in caret method. What is the signature of the caret? It will take int as a parameter. It will return char as a output. Name dot caret of 0. From the given name, get the character which is available at the 0th index. What is the return type of the caret method? Char. As the caret method return type is a char, I'm storing the caret method output into char variable. Now you understand how to call the methods? Whenever you are calling the method, what you need to check? Can you call the methods blindly? No. What you need to check when you are calling the method? Signature you have to check. Signature means return type, name, parameters. Return type, name, parameters are called as signature of the method. Okay, let me go to our program. This is our demo. Don't disturb this. I will keep this in the material. New class. I'm taking a class with a name called driver. I'm taking a class with a name called driver. Inside this, I'm writing main method. Now, here I am writing integer add int a comma int b. Now, int c is equal to a plus b. Can I return hi? Why? Why? Why I can't return the string? Hi is a string. What is the return type of the method? Int. Okay. Can I return 1? Valid na. Valid na. Valid. What is my method return type? Int. What I am returning? Int only. Int only. Syntactically it is correct. Logically it is wrong. Understanding my point? Syntactically it is correct. Logically it is wrong. It will give wrong output. When I call add method, what output I will get? 1. Any number you pass, it will give one output as 1. This is logically correct or logically incorrect? Logically incorrect. Syntactically correct. Method is having return type as a int. My method returning 1. 1 is a int value. It is satisfying the syntax. Satisfying the syntax. But wrong output you will get. This is important. Sometimes syntactically your programs will be correct, but logically your logic may be wrong. Your logic may be wrong. Good. How to correct the logic? Return C. Return C. Now, can you tell me what is the signature of my method? What is the signature of my method? Int add two int parameters. Method return type is a int. Method name is a add. Method parameters int a comma int b. How many parameters it is taking? 2. What is the data type of the parameters? Integer. What is the name of the method? Add. What is the return type of the method? Integer. Not C. Integer. Return type is a integer. Okay. Lot of depth is there in the methods, huh? Now, I want to call these methods, guys. I want to call this method. First of all, observe from now. Don't behave like a kids. Now you are matured. 1 month completed. You are 1 month old baby in the Java, right? Now you need to understand whenever you want to write the method, first you need to decide the signature. What this method has to perform. What is the reason for this method? What parameters we need to take? What return type we need to take? That is the first thing you have to check. After writing that method, now you need to call the method. At the time of calling the method, you have to check, is this a static method? Is this instance method? Okay. Is this a static or instance? Instance. How to call the instance method? By using object. Okay. I need to create the object. Can you tell me how to create the object? Driver D is equal to new driver. Object is created. Can I say, I'm saying that object creation? Yes. Can I say this is a instance method? How can you say that it is a instance method? There is no static keyword is available. My method belongs to which category? First category. Parameters available, return type is also available. Now, it is an instance method. To call the instance method, object creation is required. What is the meaning of object creation? Allocating the memory. D is a reference variable. What is the data type of the D variable? Driver. Driver is a predefined data type. User defined data type. User defined. Primitive data type. Reference to data type. Reference to data type. It is a class. Can I use the class as a data type? Can I use the class as a data type? Yes. What is the value available in the D variable? What is the purpose of variables? To store the value. What value I have stored into D variable? Object. D variable holding object. What is this? New driver. What is the purpose of new? Is you to create the object. New driver. That means I have created the object. Where I have stored the object? Into D variable. That means whenever you create the object for a class, what is the return type of that object? Class only. Okay. Driver D is equal to new driver. Like this also you can create the object. Is it valid? Is it valid to create the object? Valid, man. Valid. New driver. Syntactically it is valid. What is the purpose of new driver? Object is created. But can I use that object? No. Why? There is no reference. That is valid. I can create the object. But the problem is I cannot use that object. Why I cannot use that object? There is no reference for the object. I am able to create the object. Don't disturb. Some background noise is coming. Please don't talk in the middle of the class, guys. Please don't irritate me. I'm having a lot of patience to teach the class for almost more than 2 hours. If you make some noise, I will disturb. If I disturb, then you will also get disturbed. So don't disturb the session. I'm telling you every day, this much content, this much quality, this much clear content in the whole Amirpet, you will not get anywhere. If you want, I will give the money, join in the other institute. You can see the difference. You can attend the demo, then you can come back. This much quality you will not get anywhere because I'm not just teaching for money. I'm teaching with passion. You can see that in my voice, in my expression. So don't disturb that. Okay? Right. Now I'm trying to write a new driver. When I write a new driver, it will create the object that is valid. Object creation means memory will be allocated. But can I use that object? Can I use that object? No. Why? Reference variable is not available. Why I am creating the object? To use the object. So object is creating, I have to store the object into some variable so that I can use it. In which variable I am going to store? Demo D. Demo D is equal to new driver. I'm creating driver. Driver D is equal to new driver. Object is created. That object is stored into a variable. What is the data type of the variable? Driver. What is a driver? It is a class. Every class can be used as a data type. That is called referenced data type. Now I'm going to call the method. What is the method? Add method. Add is a static method or instance method? Instance method. How to call the instance methods? By using object. Can I directly call d dot add like this? Can I call d dot add like this, and can I store into boolean x? Is it syntactically valid? No. Why? Whenever you are calling a method, you need to follow method signature. Whenever you are calling a method, follow a method signature. What is the signature of the method? Into a comma into b parameters. So it is having two parameters. What is the return type? Int value. Now when I am calling this method, I have to pass. Can I pass 10.0 comma 12.0? Why? It is a double value. What my method is expecting? Int value. So I need to pass 10 comma 20. Can I store into boolean? Why? What is the return type of the method? Integer. So can I store that into int variable? Is it valid now? Yes. Am I following the signature? Whenever you are calling the method, it can be a predefined method or it can be a user defined method. You need to follow the signature. Now I got the sum system.out.println of x. Okay. I have my program. In my program, I have a main method and I have a add method. Add method is a user defined method. That is a instance method. This method signature, int is a return type, add is a name, int a comma int b are the parameters. I am performing sum of these two numbers and I am returning that value. So whenever I am calling that method, I need to pass two int values as a input. That method will give me int value as a output. Based on the signature, you have to call. Now run the program. Are you able to get the output? Yes. Where is the actual logic to perform sum of two numbers? In the main method, in the add method? Add method. Add method contains the actual logic. Where I am calling the add method? In the main method. Why I am calling the add method in the main method? Main is the entry point for the JVM execution. When I run my program, JVM will execute add method or JVM will execute main method? Only main method. Inside the main method, I am calling the add method. For example, if I don't call the add method, will it execute or will not execute? Will not execute. You can write any number of methods, but you have to call them. From where you need to call them? From the main method, you have to call them. Are you guys getting this? Yep. Run this. Yes, 30 is the output. Actual logic is available in the add method. That add method I am calling from here. Calling the method. Calling the method. Printing the output. Now, who is calling which method? JVM is calling the main method. Main method is calling the add method. Are you guys getting my point? Tomorrow, whenever you write the multiple methods in the program, where you need to call them? We need to call them from the main method. Main method is the entry point for JVM execution. Are you guys clear with methods? Yes. What is the purpose of methods and why we need methods? Methods are used to perform some operation. Methods are used to perform some operation. Every method will contain signature, declaration, and definition. Every method will contain declaration and definition. whenever we are calling the methods, we need to understand. We need to understand the signature. What is the method input and what is the method output? That information you need to understand. Either for predefined methods or for user-defined methods also, you need to understand the signature. Then only you can call the predefined methods as well as user-defined methods. So from today, everything, every logic that you are writing, write in a separate method and call that method from the main method. Good. Fine. Okay, good guys. So with this, I'm stopping for today. We'll continue in the tomorrow session. Please practice all the methods, whatever we discussed.